Hello traders, it is my joy and honor being here with you today to present how Alpha Fibonacci precise simplicity will improve your trading across all instruments, all time frames, all platforms. But first, an extremely important reminder. Please remember to trade with risks you can personally afford to trade, and absolutely recognize that nothing in this webinar constitutes an investment advice, everything to educate and empower you. All software systems, trading strategies shown as is without any guarantees, and no student had ever been paid for their testimonials. Past performance does not guarantee future results. These are required disclaimers. In this webinar, we will cover how Alpha Fibonacci simple predictive proprietary system had been traded by traders of all levels, from complete beginner to hedge fund manager in US and globally since 2011. How system identifies institutional buy and sell points, including the ones playing out right now live. How you can trade with absolute confidence with simple, precise entry stops and targets across all instruments, all time frames, all platforms, with a very special lifetime system offer with savings up to $8,000. Briefly about myself, I live and breathe what I do. I'm very proud of our global community. I hold multiple degrees, starting from classical piano, originally from Ukraine. When I arrived to US, I became RN. I'm licensed in behavioral psychology. I worked with top psychiatrists on the planet at Johns Hopkins Psychiatry and Research. Later on, after launching very successful multiple businesses during financial crisis, I witnessed how proprietary system I developed identified crashes and rallies before they happen. 2011, I chose not to work for financial institutions. I launched Fibonacci trading website and YouTube channel, and ever since, for the last almost 16 years, I've been teaching in live online classes and developing my own trading systems. 2004, when I started developing my very first system, I saw very clearly something extremely important. I recognized that every single instrument is exactly the same. It was absolutely a mind-blowing discovery. It was absolutely shocking to recognize that the only difference was trade hold time and risk management. But price action remained absolutely identical across various time frames, across all the instruments. So if I'll bring to your attention in just a second a very powerful test, you absolutely will be blown away when you will see that you would never know what instrument this is, but what binds every single one of this instrument is price action. So let's start with extremely simple test, shall we? When I will show you something extremely important and ask you a question, please ignore the label at the bottom, because in front of you, every single one of these instruments based on this, based on S&P 3-minute chart. But this is not S&P 3-minute chart. This is entirely different instrument. This is not S&P 3-minute chart. Take a look. And please recognize, my goodness, what is this? This is not S&P 3-minute chart, but this is exactly what played out almost 22 years ago when I started developing my system. No one knows what this is, but it's extremely clear. This is pure price. So when I bring to your attention that this is in fact S&P weekly chart, but it looks identical to S&P 3-minute chart, 2-minute chart, any chart you choose to trade, what unites every single one of these charts? Pure price. So when you trade pure, the sky's the limit. And this is what Alpha Fibonacci system based on, and why traders all over the world, trading Apple, Tesla, Euro, Pound, Bitcoin, trading Nasdaq, because pure price is identical on every single instrument, every single platform. Only difference, risk management and trade whole time. When you trade pure, the skies are the limit. And this is the reason top financial institutions respect my work. And as greatly as I appreciate Goldman offer, I continue working for myself, teaching traders all over the world how to trade proprietary Alpha Fibonacci system that playing out right now live. Here we go. Did you know that S&P would reverse from this level? This is proprietary Alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. This is bottom. But S&P sold off from the top. This is retail reversal zone. You knew if you traded Alpha Fibonacci system many days in advance where S&P would crash from. So let's take a look on S&P on May 13, shall we? S&P heading higher and higher. Hours and days in advance, no matter what chart you trade, you know where price heading to. Price moves one step at a time. Doesn't matter if you trade 5, 10, 15, any chart. When you insert proprietary levels on the platform you choose, including meta stock, you knew extremely well where S&P would crash from. Here comes the selling pressure. Again on May 14th. Doesn't matter if it's 5, doesn't matter if it's 15. All in advance, never after the fact. So when you insert proprietary levels and proprietary strategies on meta stock and apply very simple rules that children of my students can trade, you knew to short S&P from 75.40. No matter if it's tick, if it's range, no matter what minute chart this is. But right now live, S&P reversed from the bottom, from critical key Alpha Fibonacci buy point. And again, if I bring to your attention S&P to 3 days before, on Friday, you knew all of this days in advance. So here is S&P playing out live. If I was presenting an hour ago, you would have seen how flawless this is. Again, this is prior. This is now in front of you live on Monday afternoon. That's it. So buying the bottom and selling the top where your power lies. Doesn't matter if you trade S&P hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. Doesn't matter if you trade Tesla, Euro, Pound, Bitcoin. Predictive simplicity is what you apply to your trading and making a personal decision on the instrument you want to trade. But if you choose to trade daily as an options trader, in my absence, I was gone for a month. This was breathtaking, as my students knew. Take a look. This was last week in March. I will take you further before the start of phenomenal rally on S&P. How about March 20th? Pay attention, please. If you're an option trader, this is your favorite chart. All in advance, never after the fact. Here is the last week in March, and again you knew this weeks in advance when applying proprietary rules. Here's March 31st. This is the start of the rally from 6,400 level. This is ultimate institutional buy point. As an options trader, as an investor, you're buying from this level. As a retail trader, as a day trader, you're buying from this level. That's it. Nothing less, nothing more. Stunning and flawless institutional point of entry months and a half ago. Today, May 18th, as price spelled out weeks and months in advance, we reached critical key target. We're sitting at the identical level except this level at the top. Critical key targets have been reached. So if you spend 5 minutes trading at the end of March as an options trader, as an investor, as a day trader, multiple variations of S&P, VOO, index funds, day trader, option trader. Here we are. This is S&P in front of you. More than 1,000 points later. Absolutely 100,000% your choice on the time frame, on the instrument you trade. Simply insert the levels and strategies and make a personal decision how you want to trade this. Pay attention to identical level in April 25. Despite tariff war, rules are met, take a trade. Flawless Alpha Fibonacci buy point from 5,000 level reached critical key target in October 2025. And here we are, April 26th. In my absence, bullish rally skyrocketed again. And that's massive numbers of charts from micro to macro, from retail playing out in front of you live, from tick chart to range chart to small minute chart to option chart, long-term position chart, long-term investment chart, leaps, and multiple other derivatives you can trade. Selling pressure is on and it's absolutely critical to see what will play out at this level. We're in bullish correction, but this is institutional buy point. When it correlates with retail buy point at reversal zone, this allows you flawless, bottom lowest, least expensive long entry. And that's S&P for the last year, since April 2025 until now. Stories of my students all over the world is the reason I live and breathe what I do. From Florida to New Jersey to North Carolina to Switzerland to Germany to Dubai, I travel the world meeting my students, London, of course. I live and breathe what I do, and I adore our traders who are serious about trading. And that's the reason fathers bringing their children to the course who trading the system. Husbands bringing their wives, brothers bringing their brothers, friends bringing their friends to the course. And one of the most shocking events, William brought his accountant who was blown away by his returns and purchased course for his accountant. I will walk you through the website where you can find all the details. Alpha Fibonacci Trading System removes complexities, removes noise, allows trader to focus on predictive institutional reversals. And simplicity absolutely is the core of this system. Here is the legendary trade on NVIDIA that you could have taken with Alpha Fibonacci system. I'm taking you back to April 2025. April 25 was spectacular and breathtaking, as I always encourage my students to backtest the system, going back to as many years as you have data for. So here's April 1st, 2025. Tariff war. But intelligent trader who trades Alpha Fibonacci system understands rules are made, take a trade. This was a phenomenal and breathtaking event. By the end of April, exponential number of stocks skyrocketed.
As you will see next, it played out on Tesla as well. Has anyone expected that despite tariff war? Have you seen what just played out on Nvidia a year later after the pullback? Have you taken advantage of that? That's very pure and very simple. You make a personal decision on the instrument you want to trade. So here's Nvidia in December 2025. After reaching critical key target, Nvidia in correction, selling off from reversal zone. But as we discussing every day with my student, this is critical key level to the downside. Rules are met, take a trade. I am in Japan meeting traders. In my absence, a year later, Nvidia skyrocketing again, reminding you, hand-holding does not work. Knowledge with Alpha Fibonacci system does. Nvidia picked up bullish rally after minor correction, but correction lasted 8 months, traders. So if you understand the power of this, you understand quite well why Nvidia, despite very successful meeting in China, it's pulling back right now. Correct? We are at reversal zone, pullback zone. But this level must remain intact. This is the most important level on Nvidia right now. But Nvidia reached institutional reversal zone, bearish pullback in a play. And that's proprietary strategic Alpha Fibonacci chess. Pure and simple. So from micro charts on S&P, from micro trades to VOO to S&P index fund to options on any instrument you choose to trade, my favorite event in the last 2 years is Tesla. Here's why. Pay attention, please. I'm taking you back on Tesla with the Alpha Fibonacci system 2.5 years ago. So if you love playing chess, if you have a strategic brain, it's very easy for you to trade the system, as proven by traders all over the world. Here we go. October 2024, Tesla. Bullish rally picking up this team, correct? No one knows if Trump would win the election or not, correct? But Elon Musk running for Trump. So if you buy Tesla at the bottom, you understand price moves one step at a time. And again, if you're trading on Meta stock as a charting platform, all you need Fibonacci retracement tool, but you can place trade on any platform you choose. Absolutely. Fibonacci retracement on Meta stock is a phenomenal opportunity to trade Alpha Fibonacci system. So here is Tesla, reaches critical key target after Trump wins an election. So what happens by the end of January? The friendship between the wealthiest man on the planet and the most powerful man on the planet, while Tesla reaching reversal zone, comes to an end. Oh no. Here starts a tariff war. Tesla in free fall. Shorts on Tesla come to an end. But while Tesla being burned across the world and earnings are catastrophic on Tesla, if you traded Tesla with the Alpha Fibonacci system, you are buying Tesla at the bottom. Rules are met, take a trade. Tesla more than doubled in value despite catastrophic earnings of 2025. So what has happened this year? Have you seen spectacular earnings in January? So how is it possible Tesla sold off on January 6th after finally great earnings? Because Tesla was at reversal zone. So if you understand the predictive and intelligent and strategic chess, this was Tesla after excellent earnings. But this is how Tesla doubled in value despite catastrophic losses. So when you start using your limitless brain, you knew to expect pullback on Tesla until this level, where Tesla just reversed from. And that's strategic intelligent chess with Alpha Fibonacci system playing out in front of you live on Tesla. Tesla sold off from reversal zone despite very successful meeting in China. That's it. Tesla extremely high. So whatever instrument you will choose to trade is 100,000% your decision. But when you come to the website and you fill in your name on the website, you can come to the trading room and ask me any question you choose. Invitation is available for tomorrow. And when you listen to our students' podcast who are trading not just futures, but stocks and forex and crypto, and you're listening to traders from 11 to 86 plus years old, you see very clearly, if these traders can do this, if complete beginner traders can go from prop firm traders from beginner traders to prop firm traders, anyone can. Pure price for entry and Alpha Fibonacci for exits. So let's review multiple other instruments, shall we? Because precise simplicity gives you freedom to trade anything you choose with institutional entries and institutional exits on all instruments, not just futures, but also forex and crypto. ETFs, mutual funds, of course, if the instrument has a price, Alpha Fibonacci system applies. So here's a chart on euro. Here's a stunning reminder of the catastrophic events in Europe and how euro doubled in value despite war in Ukraine, despite Middle East war. Is everyone seeing this? One of our students left Saudi Arabia and bought home in South France when euro was at the bottom. Jamal is my dearest friend for life, now in France. So here's euro selling off, stuck in correction, but it doesn't crash. This is a critical key level on euro. And again, I can take you back on euro 4 years to the start of the rally, 6 months after war in Ukraine played out. So if you understand the power of this is exact same identical event that's playing out on S&P and on Nasdaq Live right now. So here's November 2022, correct? Let's go to that date, shall we? Let's go even further. Let's go to October 3rd. Do you like to buy the bottom? Do you understand the power of this? But my goodness, this is euro almost 4 years ago. This is 5 minutes of work looking on weekly chart, 4-hour chart, hourly chart to day trading forex. But this is exact same strategy playing out live right now. Do you like to trade 3 minutes on S&P? Do you like to trade 5? Do you like to trade tick charts? Identical event playing out now, as played out on Tesla in April 25. Absolutely 100,000% is your personal decision. Use charts on meta stock, but place your trades anywhere you choose. Of course you can. So if I bring to your attention Nasdaq right now, this is Nasdaq Live. Identical trade as on euro, converting the chart to 5. Your mega power lies to buy as low as possible, correct?
That's it. Choice is yours. This was the mega power of buying Nasdaq at the bottom. This was Nasdaq on May 12th. But if I convert this chart to any chart you choose to trade, you absolutely can. This was breathtaking and stunning and spectacular. Not everyone can day trade. Life happens to all of us. If you're working through stressful part of your life, walk away from day trading, please. Use system long term. This is Nasdaq. You can trade on daily, looking at the chart once a day. This is Nasdaq reversal in my absence. I'm gone. My students have done just fine. Here's March middle. March 23rd, Nasdaq oversold. Again, April 25th was breathtaking. Here's April 26th. Day trading not your cup of tea. Use options, use long-term positions, use QQQ, use various derivatives. Nasdaq no longer at 23,000 level, correct? But it's identical trade that played out first week in April versus now. It's identical trade on Euro. It's identical trade on Tesla. It's identical strategies with very different risk management. So many of our students work full-time on different time zones. Simply apply the rules and the sky's the limit. Today, more than a month later, Nasdaq reached critical key target, selling off from reversal zone. This is a critical key institutional support playing out in front of you live, correlating with retail buy point. That's it. And that's your mega power with trading Alpha Fibonacci system on any chart you choose to trade, from micro retail to institutional charts on Nasdaq. But if you like to look on the chart weekly, once a week or once a month, this was breathtaking point of entry. 17,000 April 2025. 8 months later, Nasdaq reaches critical key reversal zone and selling off. And we discussing this is critical key buy point on Nasdaq, where Nasdaq skyrocketed from a year later. That's it. So when you start using your limitless brain, all you have to do is make an effort and trade markets as predictive, simple, strategic, intelligent trading chess. You can day and position trade on any chart. And you can absolutely use MetaStock charting platform. Because identical trade that played out on Nasdaq, playing out live right now is what played out on Euro. But that's 5 minutes on Euro once a week. Here's Euro 4 years later. Absolutely overextended 1112 is a critical key level on Euro. If that level remains intact, Euro simply overextended, stuck in correction. US dollar is entirely different story, traders. Completely different story, and it's essential you understand and respect that. US dollar in free fall. It's no longer cheap for us Americans traveling the world, correct? Not even in Japan. Here's US dollar. This catastrophic sell-off identified months and years in advance. All independent of election, all independent of politics. So I bring to you this chart well before the election you knew quite well. Not to buy, but to short US dollar. So if you love trading Forex, if you love trading crypto, whatever chart you like to trade, after the election, you shorted US dollar. This is December 2024. Here we go. Bullish rally overextended, correct? This is the reason I named this level Proprietary reversal zone. US dollar in free fall and buyers remain so weak on US dollar. This continues.
So what we should be doing right now is traveling inside US, inside our magnificent country, because everywhere else is quite pricey, even in Japan. That's it. So, if buyers cannot break through 142, bullish rally on US dollar is extremely weak. Collapse from 148 until 136. That's it. But again, if you understand the mega power of shorting the top, take a look. This was S&P a few days ago. On May 14th, you shorted the top, correct? Identical trade as on US dollar, as on Tesla, as on Nvidia. Day and position trade, of course, from 75.40 until 73.70 level. Spectacular crash on S&P. That's it. Identical strategy. So when you make a personal decision on the instrument you choose to trade, it's 100,000% your choice without any delays. As we already reviewed S&P across multiple charts, correct? As we already reviewed NASDAQ. Strategic intelligence, simple chess allows you to trade without pain, without stress, without confusion, without chasing markets and losing money. This system appropriate for all platforms, for traders of all levels. A strategic, precise trading chess. We already reviewed Nvidia, correct? So why don't we take a look on Apple, shall we? And Amazon. This was Apple in 23 at the bottom. Stunning, flawless, bullish point of entry, correct? Spectacular and breathtaking. This was Apple in 25. And this was Apple here. So again, let me take you back to March 2025. Despite tariff war, when you use your limitless intelligent strategic brain with the Alpha Fibonacci system, you knew to buy Apple at this level. This is more than a year ago. Apple selling off, moving one step at a time. This is what Apple have done by the end of April. Bullish rally started with vengeance. So when you see Apple skyrocketing a year later, it's black and white. Bullish rally on Apple is vertical and breathtaking. That's it. So 100,000%, it's your decision. If you want to trade Apple, or if you want to trade Nvidia or Tesla or Euro, US, Canadian dollar, how about Bitcoin? Has anyone expected Bitcoin to collapse more than 50% despite all of the hype? But did you know where to buy Bitcoin after the pullback? This is April 2025. Let's go back to March, shall we? Strategic intelligence, simple, predictive chess, stress-free. You're looking at the charts once a week. Here's March 2025. You are very well prepared. You're monitoring this level, understanding quite well. Rules are met, take a trade. Bitcoin remains pretty high, but this is crucial key buy point. By the end of April, Bitcoin skyrockets. But what happens in the months of January, despite all of the hype, is a stunning reminder. If you're trading Bitcoin, you need to know where to exit your position. As I always said for many years, Bitcoin will keep swinging between 24 to 86%. So if you don't want to be stressed out, you need to know where to take profits off the table. Here comes collapse on Bitcoin. 50% plus correct? What happened at this level again is a stunning reminder. Price struggling, absolutely struggling immensely. Sell-off continues. Absolutely no long point of entry. So what played out on Bitcoin in April was stunning. Again and again and again. Rules are met, take a trade. This is critical key target on Bitcoin to the upside. This is very important event. Absolutely a personal decision. The instrument and time frame you will choose to trade. And that's predictive simplicity of the Alpha Fibonacci system, traded by traders all over the world. And of course, absolutely you can trade Amazon. The answer is yes, yes, yes. This is identical event as you saw played out on Bitcoin. Bitcoin skyrocketed from proprietary buy point and selling off right now because it reached reversal zone. That's it. And that's rule-based, simple, strategic system traded by JP Morgan traders, traded by beginner traders all over the world, across all time frames, all platforms. So if you decide to trade euro, of course you can. If you want to become a prop firm trader, absolutely. So many of my traders came to me, as you will see next, such as Terry, who struggled for so many years, but not anymore. Marcia just joined Fibonacci Trading Institute. Such a joy working with her. Such an incredible lady, struggled for so many years. This morning I worked with her and she absolutely enjoys her trading. As she says, it is truly amazing. No other program out there that will make your dreams come true as a trader. I thank Allah and her Alpha Fibonacci Trading Institute. And this is very big words, and she's always sending me text. This means the world. And the reason I live and breathe what I do. So if you want to become an accomplished trader, I look forward working with you. All you have to do, make an effort, and you can trade any instrument you choose with predictive, simple, rule-based proprietary system, which consists only of pure price for entry and proprietary Alpha Fibonacci retracements for exits. Michael been with me for 15 years. He brought his daughter to the course. When he came to me, he's been a struggling trader. Now he's a prop firm trader trading multiple accounts. This picture, 15 years old, as we joke, we need to take photo to show that his daughter is grown up. Now she's trading crypto. That's it. Very different instruments. Father and daughter trade. Terry, when he called me, he was almost in tears. He was so stressed out as a trader. Not anymore. It's a game changer. Time and time again. This never gets old. And again, when fathers bringing their children to the course, this was even during COVID. I adore Dominic. You can hear to his voice. That show you. If 14-year-old can do this, anyone can. Pablo, complete beginner trader, was stressed out attorney, had no idea what trading was. I just spoke with him the other day. He's a prop firm trader trading futures, stocks, options. He was looking for a prop firm that allows options. He's maxed out on prop firm accounts on futures. Complete beginner, complete novice trader. Suda, my dearest friend for life, also was incredibly struggled trader. So every single one of these traders is a very similar story, either complete beginner or a whole lot of struggle. None of that matters anymore. As Patrick says, Patrick in his 70s. I consider you the genius of Fibonacci. I have lots of observations of private price movements and fees, but none work as consistently as yours. Very powerful statement. And when Theo comes to classes in the middle of the night in Australia, he's a legend. Absolutely adore Theo. Tens of thousands of emails from traders all over the world. This is the reason I live and breathe what I do, and I wake up at 4 a.m. to be with my traders. So when you are serious about trading, I look forward working with you. Please review all the information on the website and recognize if these traders have done it, so can you. Private mentoring allows you to trade across all instruments, all time frames, all platforms with savings up to $8,000. It's a lifetime system. All you need Fibonacci retracement tool on the platform you choose to trade, and absolutely charting for meta stock allows you to do that. This is option 4. The most popular option, less expensive option, is a group course. Option 1 and 3, of course. So please review all the information on the website and make a personal decision on what's appropriate for you. And of course, feel free to contact me anytime or send me an email. Simply click on Contact Us section or pick up the phone and call. +1 925 257 4298 or info@fibinstitute.com. But when you come to the home page and you see the very gentle pop-up, enter your information and you will be invited to the trading room where you can ask questions about the instrument of your choice in the live market. So while I'm still here, please do ask me questions. Thank you, Jeffrey, so much for having me. Always joy and honor being here with you.